Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Alright, so a bit of a rotation going on. Dow is up almost 1%, where Nasdaq is down almost 1%, S&P down 0.16%, kind of a flat day, and Russell going down 0.28%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top, leading the way: energy, basic materials, utilities, financial, communication services, healthcare. And look at here on bottom, guys. Taking a beating today, finally, technology down over 1%, consumer defensive, industrials, real estate. Week to date performance, again, technology leading the way, so as a risk on move this week, we'll see how that plays out going into Friday's session. And what we got here on stock market map, and we talked about it before in my video, that there will be some rotations, and you can see energy sector, and you will see that play that I actually had on Chevron. This thing exploded and made a lot of money on this trade, over $50,000 on this trade. Now Tesla down almost 2%, and then we got Google going up 0.60%, Meta flat, Amazon going up just over 1%. But look at right here, guys. Look at the rotation here on AMD, and money coming out of where? Nvidia, MU. This was another trade that I took this morning, was fantastic. Pretty much shorting at the top right at opening 9:30 a.m. and this thing, I mean, look at this now trading at 145, exploded. Nvidia down, it was up actually 4%, and now it's down 2%, going down $5 for the day. And then we got some of these regional banks are kind of flat, or maybe even green. And then we got JPM going up 1%. We also have Wells Fargo going flat, and Bank of America going up 0.35%. On Triple Q, it's down 0.75%, and we still have about an hour and 15 minutes left here in the trading session, and it's trading near rising 5-day moving average 481.55. Now, if that's out today, and we close just under this rising 5-day moving average, that should bring Triple Q down to at least down here 478. It was there, almost there today, 479.64. And as soon as that's out, guys, we could see another dump off. And if you look at this hourly time frame, you will know exactly what I'm saying. Like this consolidation right here, 478 to 476, if that gives up, you're going to see immediate dump off all the way down to 468 to close this gap. And that can happen early next week, and who knows, maybe even tomorrow, because things are getting at extreme levels and things are getting extremely overbought. So watch out for that. Now, as long as you can hold rising 5-day moving average, I would say 481.50 right here. If that's holding into closing today, then watch out for continuation, possibly back up to this high, 486.86 to 490. That would be a brand new all-time high. But below that, like I said, 478 to 476 gives up, you're going to see a drop down to this gap, 468. And once we come down here, guys, we can talk about possibly a real retest of this breakout, and that's going to be around 460 down here. And it's actually nowhere near 460, so I'm just gonna leave it that way. Watch out for the support to hold right here, 478 to 479, and below that, this gap, 468.14. And as long as we're above rising 5-day moving average, 481.50, then watch out for continuation to the upside, back up to all-time highs, 486.86 on Triple Q. On SPY ETF, it's barely down on the day. It came down to 545, gave away like $5 after hitting another brand new all-time high, 550, and now trading at 547. And you can see right on my screen, 545.67, we have rising 5-day moving average, and that is holding and acting as a support. So if that's out at some point today, tomorrow, then you're going to see a deeper pullback down to 543. This 3-day consolidation range should be a strong support at 543, and below that level, watch out for a dump off down to this gap, also in line with this rising 13-day moving average right here, 538 to 537 to close this gap. And once we get down here, which is gonna be a long way, $10 away from this gap, guys. That is a long way down. Once we get down here, then we can talk about more downside, and there will be more downside below this gap, 537, possibly down to 524. On AMD, it's down 2.38%. So on a day like today, where we saw AMU going up, Dell going up, and the biggest name, Nvidia, going up to a brand new all-time high and taking over the biggest companies on earth, Apple and Microsoft, where we saw something similar, not quite big as Nvidia, down on the day, 2.38% AMD. Now, a couple of things I want to show you guys, and this could be your opportunity to buy the dip and make some money. Right here, you can see from these lows, we got this trend line. It was holding right here. We got multiple touches right here. It was touching right here. And now we got two touches right here. And we got a bounce off of that level. And the gap is fully closed right here, just under 154. And immediately we saw a bounce back up to almost 155. Now, it's do or die situation for AMD right here. AMD bulls need to buy this dip right here. As a matter of fact, I actually bought the dip on AMD just few days ago, a small starter position, and now yesterday actually added more into my position. I was actually immediately green, but that is not why I actually bought, to sell out for small profit. I need to see this line holding, and as long as this line is holding, the stock is getting oversold, gap fill, and now we saw the reversal today. As long as we are above 153 to 154 on AMD, this thing can push. And now let's talk about where things can go on AMD. Well, as long as this support can hold right here, guys, 153 to 154, watch out for a push. And we saw that yesterday, and even today we can see that on AMD was trying, but was not able to go up to 50 SMA right here, 159.27. So I would say 160 right here. AMD can break and hold 160, then watch out for a move back up to 163 to 164, and then this gap, from this gap down last week from 165.55, and then we are talking about blue skies right here on AMD, and this thing can push. And why blue skies? Well, usually after filling this gap to the downside, and as long as the support can hold this trend line 153 154, this thing can push. We got unfinished business on top these two gaps. So even in the short term, AMD can come up here and hold right here above 164 and possibly can fill this gap at 165.86. We could see a push back up to this high right here, 173 174, and soon as that breaks, watch out for a move up to 184 and then this gap 188. So that is gonna be your upside target if we can hold this support right here at 153 154. Now at some point the support gives up, you'll know that the trend is definitely breaking down, and this thing will come down to the next support 148, and possibly from there even lower. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X like other people. It's totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have. I'm right here to help you guys with anything you need. Now you guys saw that AMD play. I put my mouth where my money is. I was in it. You guys saw it, that recap, and you can see this play. I mean, this thing went to the moon. Right here is the AMD play, and this is where I actually added. I got in right here and then went back up, came back, added more right here, and now today, I mean, this thing exploded, guys, all the way up to 166. Took profit and still holding bunch of runners for more upside, because now AMD can run. Now look at this play right here, another one, and I'm not even sharing, whole bunch of plays even from today. Chevron, just look at it today, up $4. We traded right here. I got the dip, sold right here, and then got back in again at 153, and now today 158 almost. exploded, guys. Chevron 157, 158. This thing pays really well. People that are trading Chevron, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Definitely this thing paid a lot of money today. So this was another winning trade, and not to mention day trade I took this morning. Right at opening, MU puts 150 went to the moon. So all these real trade ideas are available in real time, and you get live trading, day trading, swing trading, and all kinds of setups. Check out that link down below in the description. Worth every penny, guys. On DIA, it's up near 1%, and we did actually play this DIA play and definitely sold just a little bit early because I saw this thing actually getting up to this upper Bollinger Band. And why I play this, because there is definitely a rotation into Dow Jones right now, and money coming out of Triple Q, and maybe it will come out even more, and possibly will come out of SPY ETF. And if that happens, well, Dow Jones definitely nowhere near all-time highs. We got a nice juicy correction, some sort of a consolidation here for last 2 weeks, and now this thing can push even higher. But for that to happen, I don't know how that's going to happen, and there is a reason, because look at this Bollinger Band on top. It's actually coming down, now sitting at 394.54. So this Bollinger Band has to move to the upside, it has to expand, and then you are going to see more upside. Until then, I think also another thing to point out, guys, and that is why I make all these videos for you guys, and still these videos are not getting 100 plus likes on every time I put them out, because last two ones on stock market did not even reach 60-70 likes. So I would really appreciate, because it takes a lot of time. And even today, this is actually my second time. The first time I made a video, there was no sound. Some technical issues, I had to fix it, and I'm redoing this video again for you guys. So please, help this video get at least 100 plus likes, and I would greatly appreciate that. Now you can see we're actually trading above 20-day moving average, so that's going to be a strong support, 388, and you can see low today 388 exactly, and from this 20-day now it's trading almost it got over 393, and now trading near 393. So as long as you can stay above 388, and also this support right here around 392ish, then watch out for a move possibly back up to all-time highs again, or at least 400 in near short term. Now we come back down, and these Bollinger Bands are squeezing. So I was actually talking about likes on my video and totally forgot that this is the point I'm making here. We got upper Bollinger Band coming down and the lower one going up, and you can see the squeeze in between these two Bollinger Bands, and that means one thing: there is a big move coming on DIA. I don't know how much more we can go up, possibly hitting another all-time high. If we get some sort of big rotation into Dow Jones, then definitely that's possible, another fresh new all-time high, where we could see Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 pulling back. So watch out. I just don't know where this thing is going exactly until we break out of this range, which is going to be over 400, or we break under 384. But there is definitely a big move coming on Dow Jones. So on IWM, it's down 0.29%. So this could be another play, and there might be a rotation here on small caps, especially with the rate cut happening this year. We might see that. So whenever there is a rate cut, we could see this thing pumping again. Now it's holding over 200, and then even today, guys, I did put out a level for IWM to trade this, and anybody got in, you got paid big time, because look at the pump, especially tomorrow expiration, 200 calls, this thing paid, got up to almost 202, and now trading near 200. So 200 will be a big level, anywhere from 200 to 198. But if that's out, you're going to see a dump off down to 193. But I think as long as we're above 198, we can possibly come up here and retest negative sloping 20-day moving average, and that's going to be around 203. As soon as we get above that level, IWM moving higher back up to 205, 207 to 208, to this upper Bollinger Band, and possibly up to even 212. On VIX, it's up 7.32%, so nothing big yet, but we talked about it in my video just a couple days ago that VIX here, low fear, yes, it's looking bullish, the fear index is dying, that does not mean that we cannot see a big spike on VIX like right here. And you can see we definitely saw a mini spike today over 13, almost got up to 14, but now it's just consolidating and trading above 13 bucks. So your line in the sand on VIX 13, and below that 12.57. Above 13, this thing can push easily up to 14 and possibly up to 15. And over 15, that's going to be a breakout for more upside on VIX, and market definitely will pull back even harder. On dollar, it's up 0.29%, and S&P 500 pretty much flat on the day. So the dollar, if you look at my screen, upper Bollinger Band expanding all the way up to almost 106 now. So this thing, there is more upside. Definitely, this thing can push as long as dollar can stay above 5-day moving average 105.42. Watch out for a push up to 106 and possibly up to 106.52. Now dollar gives up 105.42. We also have strong support at 105, and then down here 104.48 on dollar. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section.